Hi, I'm Mrs. Berger, and I'm one of the librarians here at Owens Community College. I'm here to read another story for you just to help pass the time. This is one of my favorite stories, and it kind of is a good time to read this because we're in a plant in the spring, ready to plant maybe flowers and vegetables and different fruits and things. And that's what this story is about. Now, the book is kind of big and the pictures are big, so I want to make sure that you can see them. So I'm going to read it and then I will show you the pictures when I'm done reading the words. All right? The name of this book is called Tops and Bottoms by Janet Stevens. Have you ever read this book before? Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Now, I did say that at the beginning of this book that it's springtime and planting time. When do bears usually like to sleep? Right, in the winter. That's when they hibernate. But this bear really is lazy because he wants to sleep even in the spring when it's getting warm. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was very clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with the tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and they cooked up a very good plan. Look at all those baby bunnies. So that's the tunnel. Whoops. That's what they see outside. There's Bear's house. And then they live all the way down here. And look at all those baby bunnies. Lots of bunnies that they have to feed, huh? The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. Hello, Bear, wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have a great idea. Bear opened one eye and grunted. We can be business partners, Hare said. All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profits right down the middle. Yes, sirree, Bear. We're in this together. I'll work and you sleep. Huh? Said Bear. So what'll it be, Bear? Asked Hare. The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms? Let's see, Bear said with a yawn. I'll take the top half, Hare. Right, the tops. Hare smiled. It's a done deal, Bear. So here's Mr. Hare coming to see Bear and making him a great deal. What do you think? Do you think this is going to be a good deal for Bear? So Bear went back to sleep and Hare and his family went to work, and they worked hard, just like he told Bear he would. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and all of the little baby bunnies pulled the weeds. And Bear just slept. There they are, working hard. Bear slept as the crops grew, and when it was time for harvest, Hare called out, Wake up, Bear. You get the tops and I get the bottoms. Here are their crops. Looks like they're nice and green and growing well. And what's Bear doing back there? Just snoring up a storm. And there's Hare trying to wake him up. Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops and tossed them in a pile for Bear and put the bottoms aside for himself. So there's the tops. That's what Bear got. And here's the bottom. That's what Hare and his family got. Carrots and beets and radishes. The best part grows underground, doesn't it? Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, said Hare. No, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season I want the bottoms, said Bear. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear, said Hare. Look at Bear. He's got greens all over. He doesn't look very happy, does he? Now look at the pile of goodies that Hare and his family have. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, they watered, and they weeded. All the while, Bear slept. He really is a lazy bear, isn't he? Bear slept again as the crops grew. And when it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the bottoms. I get the tops." There's Bear. He sleeps funny, doesn't he? And there's the crops that they're getting ready. Look at those tops, nice and green, huh? Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Have you ever seen lettuce grow? It grows in a round clump, right above the soil. So the best part of the lettuce is the top. So here they are. See, there's a head of lettuce right there, and there's some celery, some cabbage, some broccoli, and here's Bear with his bottoms. Those don't look very good to eat, do they? Let's see what Bear has to say. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you've cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right," poor old Bear, sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." What do you think Hare has in mind? He's a pretty smart little bunny, isn't he? Pretty tricky. What do you think he's going to plant this time? If Bear gets the tops and the bottoms, let's see. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family, well, they did what they've always done. They went hard to work. They planted, they watered, and they weeded, and then watered and weeded some more. And all the while, what do you think Bear did? You're right, he slept. So he slept as the crops continued to grow, and when it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. This time, you get the tops and the bottoms." Silly Bear. Did you figure out what he might have planted this time? Well, there in front of Bear's house lay a high field of, did you guess? Corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. And then he carefully collected the ears of corn that grew in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms, and I get the middle. Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal." Well, by now, Bear was wide awake. That's it, Hare, he hollered. From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the crops, all of them, the tops, the bottoms, and the middles. Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. And there's Bear looking really mad, huh? And there they go with all their ears of corn. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily ever after as neighbors, they never became business partners again. And there's the Hare's vegetable stand. The end. So what did you think? I hope you liked that book. So Bear was kind of lazy, but he learned a good lesson, didn't he? Yep. Can't sleep too much and do nothing and rely on somebody else, because you never know what you're going to get. Well, you have a good rest of your day. Stay healthy, and we'll see you again soon.